was conducted in 2012 by CIRCLE, the Center for Information and Research on Civic Learning and Engagement. Young adults who had a high school civic education had more knowledge on campaign issues and are more likely to participate politically. This relationship hints at a possible connection between civic education through public schools and a high level of internal political efficacy. Now, what kind of civic education program is the most effective? In California, the Power of Democracy Steering Committee, formed under the Judicial Council Operations and Programs Division, worked to improve civic awareness, learning, and engagement. They cite simulations of democratic processes that allow students to participate in simulated voting, trials, legislative deliberation, and diplomacy as one of the 6 proven practices that enhance civic learning and engagement. This suggests that participation in hands-on interactive civics program result in its participants demonstrating increased levels of civic involvement later on. And I found this to be true myself. Here in Washington State, the Y runs a program called the Youth Legislature through numerous high schools, and I participated in it for 3 years. This program allows youth grades 8 through 12 to learn about how a bill in Washington State becomes a law, create their own bill, and practice debating it using parliamentary procedure. At the end of the program, they participate in a 4-day-long mock legislature where they fulfill the duties of representatives, other leadership in mock roles, complete with an election to pick the next year's leaders. This activity engages students and helps them get excited about democracy. The results of this kind of civic engagement program: participants have gone on to work in high levels of government, the likelihood they vote as an adult increases significantly, and recently one of their alumni became a city mayor. In short, low voter turnout impedes the expression of views of all the diverse groups that exist in our communities. The solution to this is to raise internal political efficacy of our citizens through community-based organizations' delivery of hands-on civic education to its members. My experience working as a campaign manager led me to see the barrier facing our immigrant population exists, and while I may only be working locally, the impact the issue brought to my attention has far-reaching global implications. What impact would immigrant populations' vote have if their voices were heard during a discussion of immigration policy, international trade policy? Successfully improving voter turnout of immigrant populations applied on local, state, and national scales can potentially change how governments interact. Thank you.